8:12 this morning, how many times have you said good job to your child, thinking you're helping to build up their confidence and self-esteem?
I say this all the time, but you may be surprised to hear that you could actually be doing more harm than good if that's what you're saying all the time. Parent coach Sarina Natkin is here to talk about why. So what's the problem with praising our kids by saying, good job, you're so smart?
Well, it is absolutely our natural instinct as parents to let our kids know how proud we are of them, how much we love them. But the way that we say that really can make a difference in how they feel about themselves both now and later. And the reason is praise is actually about our judgment of them. So if I say, you're so smart, or your picture's a beautiful picture, I'm telling you my judgment about it. And what happens is that sort of that locus of control, if I feel in charge of something, is with the other person and not with myself and the work that I did. If somebody says, you work so hard, that's about my effort, and that's something I can control. And so Carol Dweck has done a tremendous amount of research on this at Stanford, as of others. And what we've learned is that the praise can limit our willingness to try new things and to take risks and to challenge ourselves, because we don't want to risk losing that judgment that we're good, right?
Interesting. So there is a big difference there between praise and encouragement.
Right.
It's making the kid, sort of the child, think that it's more about them. I can totally get that.
So what do you say instead besides, oh, you worked hard on that?
So Alfie Cohen, another great parenting author, offers 3 alternatives. The first one is say nothing. Okay, so if you sit at the park or anywhere with those kids around, you will hear the constant stream of good job, you're so pretty, oh, you're perfect, oh, you did that just right, and a lot of evaluation of our kids. And so but what happens is in life, like, I don't get a badge for showing up at work on time, for putting my dish in the dishwasher when I'm done with dinner. And so if we're constantly offering praise for the things that are normal responsibilities, we risk sort of creating those approval junkies who then are only motivated by praise. And we hear a lot about kids, sort of the college kids coming out into the workforce and needing a tremendous amount of handful holding and being only motivated by the external feedback. So that doesn't help them. So if it's something that is just a part of normal life, you can say thank you,
just let it be.
But you don't need to give praise for it, right?
Flat out. What's number 2?
Number 2 is saying what you saw. So I love using I notice. And the first time I remember when learning about this topic, when my oldest was about 1.5, 2, and I was like, great, now I have to worry about the good things I say to my kid. You've got to be kidding me. But the first time I tried it, and instead of just a blanket, oh, beautiful picture, without really acknowledging it, looking at her and say, I noticed you use so many colors in that. And when you start to use those kind of statements, the look on your kid's face is tremendous motivation. When I get parents to try this, they're like, wow, it's such a difference.
I did think about the color.
I had
a good thought process. Yeah. Also, ask questions, right?
Yep, that's the third one. So a little deeper is, tell me about what's happening in this picture, or tell me about the paper. You know, they mentioned their paper and they're working on. Tell me about it. What parts are interesting to you? What parts are boring? Get in there and connect with your kids.
Why is that important?
So it's commenting on their effort. And, you know, our kids aren't always going to succeed. And if we comment only on the outcome, it's very difficult to do that when someone is struggling, right? You can't say good job. You can't say you're so smart when somebody is really struggling. But when we encourage people, it keeps them going. So, wow, that is really hard, and I see you keeping at it and giving it your all. And so we can use those moments to help motivate them in a way that they feel inside themselves. And that is really because we're not going to be holding their hand and cheering them on every day as they grow into adulthood. And we want them to know what a job well done feels like to them when no one else is watching, instead of what someone else says.
Awesome advice, as always. You can check out more on Sarina Natkin's blog, sarinanatkin.com.